Hi everybody. I've got lots to chat with you guys today. I've been getting a ton of calls about things that we definitely go over on our sales meetings as well as our training videos. So I'm going to resend out the training link video. That's the YouTube that has all of our training videos on it, so that people really are getting as much as they can. And we post all of the links also on our Facebook page. I really want to make sure that everyone has joined the Facebook group and that they have access to the videos, as well as making sure that if you guys have questions, I not only just give you an answer, but show you where to get the answer. So that's really, I say this all the time, I want to teach people how to fish, not give you fish. So that is something that I want to make sure that you guys are aware how to find the information, not just having me tell you an answer. That's, I want to make sure that you guys have that. So one of the things that I wanted to go over today is Northwest MLS. Wait, there we go. Okay, so I want to go over a couple of things on the Northwest MLS, as well as our training videos. I want to make sure that you guys all have the training video link. So I will be sending that out today again, so that you guys do have it. But I also want to show you guys something in, oops, hold on. I've got to share screen before I go there. Okay, so in the Northwest MLS, when you first log on, you come to this page and then you select Matrix usually. One of the areas that I really want to make sure that you guys are aware of is in Express Forms. You can click right in here and it brings up all your forms. You can go over here and choose, let's say, purchase and sale. So here's the purchase and sale on the residential Form 21. Over here, there's a manual. So you click on the manual. It's scanning right now for viruses, but it'll download in just a second. And you can open up the manual. And this is for any form that's on the Northwest MLS. There is a forms manual in there. So it goes over everything about this, right? So it has all the information about the form right here. So if you have questions on withdrawals of offer or counter offer, it tells you the form number right here. So one of the things in multi-offer situations that you want to make sure that you're doing or not doing per se is you don't want to have a counter offer that doesn't have an expiration date, or if you have not accepted an offer, or you've gotten an offer and you counter offered it, but another offer comes in, make sure you send Form 36A to the person that you counter offered to withdraw that offer. Otherwise, they can sign it and send it back to you. Sending an email or a text is not the best way to do this. Use the forms. The forms are there for a reason. So just make sure as a listing broker, if you have sent out a counter and you're getting multiple offers, use Form 36A to withdraw the offer, okay? Also, it goes over pretty much explaining all the information. It's 14 pages long on the purchase and sale. So if you're a newer broker and you haven't read through this, or if you're an experienced broker and you haven't read through it since they changed the forms back in 2019, go ahead and revisit this and just scroll through, take a look, and see what changes were made. Make sure that when you are explaining the forms to your clients that you're using the correct information. So just reading through this, it's interesting because they've got RCWs noted, they've got all the information that you would want to be able to talk to a client intelligently about the form. So I really wanted to make sure that everybody was aware where this is. So again, when you sign in, oops, I clicked matrix, sorry guys. You go to the Northwest MLS home, and the forms manuals are in Express Forms. And it has all, like if you have a question on the exclusive listing and sale agreement, right here, you can open this and it explains the form to you. It goes through everything. So any of the forms in the Northwest MLS, their forms manual and the explanation of the forms is right here. So I want to make sure, even if you guys want to double check with me after checking this, that's fine. I don't want you guys to feel like you can't ask me questions. You can. I just want to show you guys where to find answers. If for some reason I'm on another call and you've got an agent that's saying, oh, you need to use this form, and they're trying to withdraw a counteroffer that you already accepted, that's the other thing. When you guys are sending in multiple offer situations, I want to make sure you guys are sending any offers or counteroffers or acceptance of mutuals to the firm email for docs. And does everyone know where the firm email is located on a purchase and sale? I'm going to show you just as a good reminder. You don't have to look it up. You don't have to search to try and find the firm's email. It's always on page 1 of the purchase and sale, and it's going to have the selling firm, selling broker, firm document email address. So it's going to be right here in this area. You also have the selling broker's email address. So you need to send to both of those emails anytime that you're sending an offer. Okay? So that was one of the things I really wanted to go over with everyone about as far as finding the forms manuals. They're also right here, but I like using that page, the statewide forms, because then you can see the actual form and the manual. So next thing that I wanted to go over today, brokerment, uploading the purchase and sale. We are going to make a change in the process as far as the commission disbursement form. And we'll announce this via email today. We'll send this out too, but I want to talk to you guys about it. I always like to announce things first on our weekly sales meeting because I think it's important to communicate it directly so that if you guys have any questions, you have the opportunity to ask me a question and have a dialogue about anything that is being changed. The Form 40 is going to have an authorized signer now, and the authorized signer is going to be me. I want to make sure that the Form 40s are filled out correctly because we're having mistakes happen on Form 40s, and that is what the title company pays you off of. So if we are not getting correct Form 40s to the escrow company in a timely manner, it delays your payment. That will have issues when it comes time when you get paid. There's nothing, we can't go back and fix it later with the escrow company. Once something has been closed, funded, and recorded, it's done. So I'm going to be doing the signing of those, and we're going to notify the escrow companies that there is a firm authorized signer and that it needs to be me signed on those forms. So I want to make sure you guys are sending those Form 40s to me for signature. So what that means is you're going to go in your transaction desk when you have the Form 40, you're going to send it to me for signature. Just like you send the through AuthentiSign, anything, you're going to send me the Form 40. So you're going to go into your transaction desk and go through a signing just like any other time, but the signer is going to be me. So adding me as a contact in your transaction desk or anywhere really, just to make sure that I'm a contact in there. My email is Lori, Lori, at mynexusrealty.com. So if you guys have any questions about that, let me know, and I'm happy to answer them. Does anybody have any questions on this right now? No? Okay. So that's what the process is going to be. The wire instructions, the Form 40, I'm going to just fill out a Form 40 for you guys really quick so you can kind of guess. Here, let's see, a listing. Trying to figure out what listing I can use. Here. So you go in here, I'm going to add a Form 40. Just so you guys can see what it should look like. And if anybody has any questions during this time, feel free to pop on while I'm doing this and ask away. I am here to answer questions. That is what this call is about, as well as disseminating information. Did everyone see the update as far as the number of people that are allowed at showings right now? Well, I hope you guys did, because it has changed. The great thing is that we have now the ability to bring 4 people to showings with us. So they're honoring the group of 5, especially if it's a family. So you can actually show, you know, mom, dad, and 2 kids at the same time, which before you couldn't. So it is nice to have that. So when you're filling out a commission disbursement form, you're going to have the buyer, the seller, the listing number, today's date, closing agent. We'll just say Tycor, title. Then you have to put in the closing agent's address. Now, do you see how this pre-fills here? This should not say that. On all our Form 40s, see attached wire instructions. We do not want checks sent in. It delays your payment. So you want to make sure that this is filled out. So we'll just say $50,000, yay. Then if you are the listing broker, you have to put the total amount of commission, which would be the listing office share, and you want to make sure that you fill this out, because there are times and you're offering 2.5% to the listing office or to the selling office as a listing broker, but the selling broker sends in a commission disbursement form to escrow, and surprise, they've got 3% on there. They are going to be asking for more money than what was offered. And again, if you don't catch that on the HUD and you haven't submitted a correct Forms 40, that's going to be paid out at 3% to them. So those are things that you really want to make sure you are watching, because this is your money. This is how you get paid. So you want to make sure that you are checking and double checking this information. Also, when you're putting things into brokerment, if a contract price changes, make sure you change it in brokerment. Otherwise, when wires come in, we aren't necessarily going to know what that amount is for. You know, just this weekend, I had to call brokers and say, hey, was there a credit given that was not on the commission disbursement and was not shown in brokerment? So you want to make sure that all of those places, your information is correct, because we want to make sure you're getting paid the correct amount. So that's why that's important. So I'm just going to check my notes and see what else we needed to go over. Aha! Wire instructions. Does everyone know where the wire instructions are? Yes, no, maybe so. Well, going to show you guys on Brokerment. Now let's see if I get my password correct. Nope. Try now. All right. Last try. Nope, not last try. There we go. Okay, so on Brokerment, when you go to, sorry you guys, I have stuff on my screen. There we go. Here, office resources, just so you know, the NAID for HUD offers and the signed W-9 are right here. So you just sign into your Dropbox and you can get it that way. Wire instructions for escrow, right here. You click here, you can get the wire instructions. So here's the NAID, the signed W-9, and wire instructions. Anytime that you're getting a referral, a lot of times they need the W-9. It's right here. You don't have to call and ask for a W-9. We provide that for you guys right there. Again, for HUD offers, your NAID number's right here. For wire instructions, it's right here. So all of that information is right at your fingertips. It's not something that you need to look at or ask for. You don't have to call Masha, you don't have to call me. It's right here in the backend website. So I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. So whoop. Any questions? Oh, you know what? Thank you, Pavel, for giving my email. So that way it's just Lori, L-O-R-I, at mynexusrealty.com. I was checking the chat. So let me just double check. Multi-offers. Everyone right now is in a multi-offer situation. It is a little crazy out there. Our inventory is so low. We've been starting the new listing program. I know I've talked about it a lot, and I have been having a lot of calls made to try and get some more listing leads. And there's a lot of fear out there around selling houses right now. And unfortunately, that is keeping our inventory really low. So if you guys want to start a listing just push to get some more listings, it's the best time to list is right now. We definitely need more inventory, and I would love to see a larger number of listings coming through. Right now, we do have a lot out there, which is great, but getting our signs and the name out is amazing as well. Also, it gives our agents a chance to work within the company. The more listings we have, the more buyers we have, the more chance for connection and really working together on deals. So if you guys have any people that are on the fence about listing, let them know. Inventory is insanely low, and we would love to see more listings out there. In multi-offer situations, does anyone want to talk about multi-offer situations they've been in the last couple of weeks, or see what they've been doing as far as getting their offers accepted? Of course, there's been a lot of waiving of different things. I've seen offers where people are coming in 75 to 100,000 above list price, waiving inspection, offering more money down as far as if the appraisal comes in low, and still not getting the offer. So I just want you guys to know that it's definitely a hot market, and there's a lot of things you can do. You can release earnest money, make it non-refundable. You can, one of the ways to do that, I really like using Brett's program, where he guarantees the earnest money up to $5,000. So if you make $5,000 of the earnest money non-refundable, that is a bonus that the seller might consider. Oh, they're really serious. These buyers are going to close no matter what. So that's what you want to do, is pull out as many contingencies or holdbacks to closing as you can. And I also am aware that there's a lot of clients who aren't comfortable doing that. And unfortunately right now, without doing something to make your offer look better, the chance of them being the winning offer is a lot lower. So something to have a hard conversation with clients about who are looking to purchase. In an environment like this, there's a huge competition. You know, we're seeing 5 to 11 offers on a lot of properties if they're priced right. So tomorrow, realist training. I hope there is great attendance, because there's definitely an amazing opportunity to be taught by the Northwest MLS trainers, and they're going to be going all through realist, which when you're looking to list properties, really being able to utilize all of the tools that realist has to offer is a huge advantage. You being able to talk intelligently about what had sold and what the differences are between what sold and their home, the comparables that are out there, that's going to make a difference when you're in a competition for a listing. The more competent you are, the more knowledge you have, the more that you can set yourself apart from the crowd, that's going to make a difference. So I really want anyone that can to log in tomorrow to be on that Zoom. You guys can mute yourself, you can turn off your cameras, but really it gives you the opportunity to hear about it. A lot of us have used Realist for years, but there's always changes, there's always updates. And I learned something new at every single training that I've gone to with the Northwest MLS. So I really would love to see as many people on that call as possible. Now, one of the other things I want to talk about is we do, if anyone's looking for hard money, we do have someone within the company who is actually looking at lending hard money. So if you guys have clients that are looking that route or investors, please let me know and I can send you and share that information. Last, I did want to give you guys one more time Tyler's contact information so that you guys have someone to contact if for some reason I am unavailable, if you have a question that needs to be answered. So his information is in the chat again. He is a managing broker, and he can answer questions for you guys as well. Okay. Oh, you want me to share the hard money lender's contact? Yeah, I need to just check with him because I hadn't said that I would just put it out there. He had said, you know, see if people are interested. So I will next week, as long as he approves it, because I haven't seen him approve that yet. So I just want to make sure that I'm not flirting out. I don't think he'd mind, but still, I want to be respectful of that. So just because I think he has a company he does it through, and I don't know that he wants his name out. I don't know. I'll double check and I'll get that for you guys next week. I can also, I know there's been a lot of people asking about hard money. So I'm also looking at putting together lists of different vendors. So if you guys could send me who your favorite escrow, title, lenders, really anything to do with our business, whether it be the finance, building, anything, send me your favorite people so we can kind of start compiling some lists that I would like to save somewhere where people have access to, and photographers, like all of that stuff, because I have a lot of people that ask a lot of questions. Oh, who do you use for this? Who do you use for that? Well, I don't want it just to be my sphere and my contacts. I want to include the people that you guys have used that are good. Don't send me the junk ones. If you've dealt with an inspector and you hate them, don't send them to me unless you specify don't use this person, because then I'll, you know, keep them off the list for that reason. But I'd love to compile builders and heating contractors, handymen, appraisers, all of that from everyone. so that we can put together a list and start inviting more people onto our sales meetings, because I like to have guests like every other week, at least every other week, so that we're learning more people in the industry, we're talking more with each other, we're sharing information. So that's really, I want to create that culture here where we're sharing a lot of information. So on that note, does anybody have any upcoming listings or buyers that are looking in a particular area? Don't all talk at once. Anybody? Well, I have an upcoming listing in Burien. It's like White Center area. That's one that I have coming up. It may end up going off market to an investor because the sellers are just, they're in the middle of a divorce, and trying to prep that house has taken far too much time and energy and just doesn't seem to be progressing at a rapid enough rate. So we'll see what happens with that. But that is, if you have anyone looking for, it's either 3 or 4 bedroom, it's over 2 baths. But let me know, and I'm happy to share that information with you guys. So anybody else have anything coming up? You guys are being so quiet today. It's weird. So I feel like I'm talking to myself here. Well, if nobody else has anything, I would love to hear from you guys about other things that you would like information on. If you guys want to organize.
You guys don't have to be shy, you know that, right? Don't have to be shy. And because you guys all have questions, I know you have questions. You call us about the questions. You call me, you call Lori. So this is also one of your opportunities to ask questions, or, you know, not to be just quiet, you know. But again,
the other reason to not be shy about asking questions is because there's probably 4 other people that have the same question, because I'll answer the same question multiple times. And if we bring it up on the group setting, you ask, and then everybody learns from that. And so whether they have that question now or a month from now, they would have heard the answer. So it definitely is helpful if you guys do ask questions about things.
Okay, I'm not shy anymore. Hi guys, sorry, my camera doesn't work for some reason. Anyway, okay. So the question is about, you know, how to protect yourself from buyers who like go away if you show them a lot of homes and they want to go with other agents. So I'm thinking a buyer's agency agreement. And Lori was talking about something else, some other documents.
So what I am working on is on the buyer's packet that was sent out. One of the ways to get a buyer's agency signed is if they're signing something else. It's very simplistic. So on the buyer's packet, there's a place for initials by the buyer stating that they've received the pamphlets or disclosures. So it's page 9 in the buyer's packet. So if you have them sign that, and basically you can talk to them and say, hey, this is our buyer's packet, and this is, you know, stating legally I have to give you these disclosures, because we all have to provide all those disclosures for every buyer, right? The law of real estate agency, mold, mildew, wire fraud is in there, and then lead-based paint. Even if they don't buy a house before 1978, it's still nice for them to go ahead and have seen that. So when you have them, you're sending that for them to sign, I also say, and this just commits that because I'm putting all this time and spending this time educating, showing you, doing all those things, that you're going to use me. Right? There you go.
I got it. I got the idea. So send the whole package. So part of this will be buyer agency agreement.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes it very simple, and that will protect you, because it does happen. You know, and Elena just went through this. She literally was out showing these people home after home after home, and then they went and put in an offer with someone else. And when you're putting that much time and effort into someone, you want to make sure they're committed to you. So, you know, using a buyer's agency agreement, absolutely. I think it's a great way to go about it.
Yeah,
So,
okay. And on the buyer's agency agreement, we put like 3% on 2.5%. My idea, I will put, you know, check another box and say seller is paying for the commission. So it will not scare them off. You know, they need to pay me something. So this is my
yeah.
idea to make it easier for them to sign.
So anytime that you're doing that, I would put 2.5% because there is a lot of 2.5% listings out right now, and you don't want to scare them. And one of the things you want to say is, yes, the seller usually pays this, but you don't want to limit yourself because let's say you're showing a for sale by owner and the for sale by owner refuses to pay you. You still need to get paid on that. So you say it's typical that the seller pays this. But if for some reason you choose a house where the commission, you know, isn't being paid, that would be something you're responsible for. But the only reason that you would buy something like that is because you're getting such a below market deal. So it would all equal out.
Okay, I got it.
Anybody else have questions about buyer's agency agreement? Anybody? But thank you for bringing that up because that is important in this environment to have the buyer's agency agreement. So, anybody else have any other questions, concerns? Wondering where to find something or how to do anything?
So Lori, you said you are making list of all the vendors. It will be available somewhere.
Yeah, as soon as I'm gonna keep asking, I'll put it on Facebook. I'll put it in a kind of post sales meeting email I'm sending out today that has the video link. Again, has, you know, just I'm going to ask for people to send those to me, and I'll start it with kind of my base list, but I want to add to it as well. So I will figure out where to store it so everyone has access to it.
I think maybe on Broker Mint, we will have some page and everybody have access to, maybe like that.
Yep, and that is a possibility that we'll put it there. But we'll let you guys know once we get the vendors sent in where the list will be, where it will have its home. We'll have to find it a home just like we find all of our clients' homes. So any other questions, concerns?
Yeah, I have a buyers. They're looking already for half of the year. They try to find house, you know, like very cheap, like 350, you know, the price range. So if anybody will have somewhere like between Everett and, you know, south somewhere. I mean, they don't want to go too far, you know, Renton and little bit more south. So like if anybody will have something.
What are they looking for? Like a one bedroom?
Just home. They have a, you know, limited amount of money and they like
that's just not realistic. Like
I know that's why they're looking for so long, but
yeah,
you know, if anything,
because you're not going to find a home. Like you might find like a 2-bedroom condo, but you know, even in Tacoma, Pierce County is much lower priced, right? And even in Tacoma right now, that's going to be tough to come by. Really tough. So yeah, I mean you can find
like 350 is okay. They have a dog, so they think condo is not a good idea for them. Anyway, this is something, you know, if you will have like
if that comes up, trust me, it'll be multi offer situation.
Yes, I got it. Okay, yeah.
No, that's a tough one because sometimes you have to just let people know that they qualify for this, so they're going to have to let go of some of the parameters that they have, and that's where you have to say, hey, this is, you know, this isn't real life. You pull up what's available, and if it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. So that's when you start saying, okay, what about, you know, a condo, live in that for a few years, build some equity, and then move to a house. Because if they're, you know, stuck waiting, they've already lost out on a ton of appreciation in 6 months.
Yes. Okay. I will
So
try.
that's just educating them and letting them know, you know, this is that it's a great idea. And what I always do is say, hey, you know, if I had that, I could sell that, you know, 10 times today. It just isn't there. So they're going to have to either look out further, and I get it. They don't want to commute. They don't want to, I mean, I want, you know, 4 acres in bridle trails for 150,000. So does anybody have that? No,
I'll
it
let you
exist.
know if I will have it.
Right?
In a future life sometime, yeah.
It just, you just have to basically say, hey, that's just not, we're going to have to put some different parameters in because it's just not going to show up. So the chances are, if they have the dog and they really say that they have to have the yard, they're going to have to go out further.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anybody else? Anyone else have any questions? Yes, no, maybe so. All right, well, if nobody else has any questions, then I'm gonna go ahead and say I'll see hopefully all of you guys tomorrow on the training. And again, I'm on my cell. As soon as I get done with the meeting, I've got a couple of other things to take care of. So it's been funny to watch over the last few weeks. As soon as I get off the call, people call me. So that's why I always have the questions at the end, because again, if you have a question, somebody else probably has the same question. So please feel free to ask me questions here, guys. Happy to talk about any of that here so that other people can also hear about it. And I hope to see all of you guys tomorrow. Let me know if you guys need anything between now and then. Have a good one.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, Lori. Thank you.
Bye.
Everybody.